Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jehlia in this incarnation. I am here today to talk about the energies of this next week from today, March 9th to March 16th. Right. The most important event that we have, it is the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. I'm going to go in order to talk about the transits. Many of them are totally linked with this eclipse. So the first one that we have, it is on March 11th. Mercury makes a conjunction with Venus retrograde in the degree 8 with 47 minutes. If you have planets there, this conjunction will impact there. And it is quite important because it is activating the mathematical degree, almost the mathematical degree that we are going to experiment in the eclipse of March 29th. That it is an eclipse in Aries that is closing the cycle that we have experienced linked with the past lunar nodes position, the North node in Aries and South node in Libra. Right now they are in Pisces and in Virgo. And at the same time, we are beginning something. It is an eclipse of beginnings. So, this conjunction between Mercury and Venus could be linked with a conversation with someone of the past, retaking, a conversation that was pendant, to initiate something, to give a closure to. Could be linked with a process that we are integrating with ourselves, understanding things in regarding our relationships, our societies, but also could be linked with understanding that we want to retake something that is bringing a lot of plenitude and satisfaction, or that we want to retake creative tasks along the way, and it is about the moment of realization. On March 12th, we have the conjunction of the Sun in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces. This is given in the degree 22 with 5 minutes. I already did a video specifically talking about this, but mainly this is about assuming the commitment, the compromise, the commitment with something that we want to build in the long term. It is also a good moment to take limitations, limits, external limits, or the doors that can be closing as an opportunity to focus our energy in places that we truly need so. And perhaps we weren't conscious about that because precisely the function of the sun is to bring to consciousness, is to illuminate. Eclipses reveal aspects that were hidden to the consciousness, and lunar eclipses are discussed to something that we have created this comfort zone with quotation marks, that we over adapted dynamics in which we created this lunar I don't know the word, but yeah, these lunar dynamics that cannot be sustained anymore because we need to grow. We have overgrown them. So the fact that Saturn is participating in this protagonic way of this eclipse, it is this big call to maturity. I'm going to look up for the word because I am a Gemini and I need to know. I do this all the time. Refuge. Okay, lunar refuge. It is the word that I was looking for. Lunar shelter. Right. On March 14th, we have the eclipse in the degree 24 of Virgo. This is going to be connected with the next ones. Everything that happens in our Virgo area, it is calling us to the depuration of what is known and limited, and the integration of that energy in ways more luminous every time, which means conscious. And whatever thing occurs in Pisces linked with eclipses are movements and experiences that we hadn't experienced before, but also this requires to dissolve aspects of that energy that are in shadow to elevate it. This is the goal of Neptune there. And Neptune is going to have another passage at the end of 2025. There we are going to feel it very, very strong, because every time that a slow planet leaves a sign, that has powerful manifestations. Things that I wanted to add, because I did a specific video talking about the Virgo eclipse, it is that many people don't have any conflict to generate habits and consistency. Perhaps it's the opposite. So Virgo eclipse comes to disarticulate what is rigid, what doesn't allow flexibility. It could move the obsession with certain habits or forms of thought, and to let go of feeling that flexibilizing them is losing control. So the maturity of Saturn in Pisces is pretty spiritual. I had a cutoff. Maturity is spiritual, actually. That's what I was saying. This means that there could be certain archetypes that for society are well accepted regarding of what an adult should be. But they truly hide profound fears and wounds, like being incapable of asking for help or recognizing our limitations in certain areas to delegate to people that could have greater capacity to resolve that many times it is a sign of low self-esteem and wounds. But it is interpreted in our society that assuming the charge of everything, like the burden of everything, it is responsibility with quotation marks, and truly it is not. Responsibility is to respond to what is in coherence with ourselves. So not allowing ourselves mistakes, pretending perfection, and not giving value to what we are achieving. It is so different to be humble and wanting to get better, but celebrating the tiniest steps. This is something that also this eclipse is inviting to do. Well, on that same day, February 14th, the Sun in Pisces is perfecting the sextile with Uranus in Taurus. I already talked about this in that video, in the video of the eclipse, because also the lunation has a trine with Uranus. So this is about trusting in the changes that we are called to do or that life is bringing. For some people, it is about change of home, generating new ways of creating new ways of generating resources or decisions and habits that are different through perhaps certain manifestations in the physical body, because this eclipse is very, very linked with that, with health. Right. On March 15th, for some people, depending on where you live, it is the same day of the eclipse. We have the retrogradation of Mercury in the degree 9 with 35 minutes of Aries that awakens in April 7th in the degree 26 of Pisces. So we start this introspection period where we need to, review how we are going to initiate things in here. And again, everything is happening between the first degrees of Aries and the last degrees of Pisces. It is about the retrogradation of Venus, the retrogradation of Mercury, and also the movement of Saturn and Neptune in those signs. So the important, the things that many times people can associated with the retrogradation of Mercury, like the misunderstandings, the problems with technology, the delays with traveling, etc. I always invite people to look at those things with purpose. I mean, it is a moment of introspection, so perhaps we have to leave things for later. Perhaps we have to take that time to process, to understand how we are communicating, etc. And the last things, I just wanted to give a preview of this because this is part of the next week. And mainly, this is an extension of the eclipse too, because we are going to feel it at the end of this week. That's why I am mentioning this. The Sun, it is going to create this conjunction with the North Node and this conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. Which means that we are going to move to something very different, but this requires to dissolve aspects of our ego. This requires to transcend confusion, dissolve idealizations, expectations, to listen to our intuition and make those decisions. So I am going to end this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.